Sometimes history takes things into its own hands. Thurgood Marshall.
Easy, damn.
No. For all you guys that want to know, this quote, I was going to say it earlier. I was going to say it, and then I was like, no, never mind. I'm not going to do that. Matt was like, you should totally do that.
I would have done it.
But I'll do it for you guys anyway.
That's a twofer.
I feel like I'm too busy writing history to read it. Kanye West.
Jesus.
Such a...
Truly a treasure of our nation. Truly.
Yeah.
That's one way to put it.
That's why when you're too busy, quote unquote, writing history to read it, it's like, so then you're dumb. Because typically you learn from past mistakes, but if you're not learning anything from the history,
just gonna keep doing.
Then you're just gonna keep doing the dumb stuff that they did in the past. So you're dumb.
So then you're
like thick in the head.
Hella dumb, bro.
Dumb.
Mad dumb.
Yeah.
Extra dumb. With a side of dumb.
You good?
I don't know what's going on with me today.
I don't know. Matt's breaking down just like he did last week.
Fucking gonna lose it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. This should be a great podcast. Anyways, if you guys recall from last week, we will be going over historical figures, and I figure before we roll into the intro, got it? Who'd you end up picking?
It's it's Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
Yep.
Yeah, the infamous Blackbeard.
Blackbeard, baby.
One of the is the most known.
I'd say I would say so.
Notorious. That's the word I was thinking of.
Yeah, I mean you can't. Everybody knows Blackbeard. Everybody knows Blackbeard.
Yeah. And Captain Hook.
Yeah.
Was he not real?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
It's not turned the right way. Don't worry about it.
Doing you fucking OCD.
You know how I like my candy face, and you just put it in backwards. I thought you knew me, but I you think you know somebody.
See, Matt's
and then they put your fucking candy backwards.
Matt's very controlling and has issues.
Fucking shaking.
And then I chose Hernan Cortez.
Oh, Hernan Cortez.
Yeah.
That dude was something.
He was something. I was going to describe a little bit more of the history, but some of it is actually like kind of too brutal.
It's bad. It's pretty bad.
But yeah, I figure I'll go over his little thing because whether you like it or not, he shaped pretty much all of Central and South America.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, and most people didn't.
Mainly Central America for sure.
Yeah, they didn't.
Mexico.
They didn't care for it. Not one bit.
Yep. So
yeah, for mine, I mostly just did sort of just a brief, start to end, life.
Without further ado, I am Michael E.
And I am fucking Captain Rattlebones. Matt.
And roll that intro.
Big effing nerd.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah. Are you shitting or coming right now? Yeah. Which one? Yes.
Just giant head nod. Just. It was very intense.
That one was started as
a shit
fun time and ended as a shit. Started as yeah, and then. What the fuck, man?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with today. It's Friday. We're supposed to be fucking chill. And we're not fucking chill.
What's wrong with you? How much time you got, buddy?
A lot of it. Everything. All of it.
Oh, yeah. Fact time. You bitch.
Literally, I was just waiting here. I was like...
And I was like, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Your shit looks like the fucking... from MTV.
Yes?
I think it was MTV's logo at one point where there's a dog.
It's a boar.
Yellow. I know.
Oh.
I said it looks like.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Boop. The energy drink hasn't hit yet. It's okay.
Or maybe that's the problem. It did hit already.
It did hit, so you can't pay attention.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. Tell your fight.
Slam it. All right. Did you know?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you fucking didn't. And if you did, just pretend. Okay.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, good. Wait, what the fuck do you mean by that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. All right. Roman Emperor Gaius, also known as Caligula, he made one of his favorite horses a senator. And this emperor, he loved his horse so much, named, fucking crazy Roman name, Incitatus. Incitatus.
Instantaneous?
Yep. In instantaneous gratification. So he loved that horse so much that he gave him a marble stall, an ivory manger, a jeweled collar, and even a house. Caligula also allegedly planned to make his trusty steed consul before his assassination. And, if there's one sign that you have a good ruler, it's that the next ruler after him is going to be his fucking horse. If there's one thing that inspires confidence in your nation's leader, it's that.
That is weird as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if this makes me. I don't think it does because I don't know. I don't see people's obsessions for animals like that to be a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I love my dog. Yeah. But if I was the president, I wouldn't be like, there's the next one.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's to an extent.
It's like just a weird obsession of just people liking their animals that much. I'm like, all right, relax. It's still an animal.
Oh, bro, damn.
Animals are cool, yeah, but you don't have me. You don't see me with a fucking leopard in my backyard.
No. And those people that have like tigers and shit, and like just counting down the minutes till you get fucking 8.
Yeah, I don't know. I like animals, but that's a weird obsession. Like, I fucking love my horse. I fucking nay. Jesus. Wilbur. It's so dumb.
All right. Fuck. You wanna dive in on this, shit? Yeah. You want straight off? You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right.
Hurry up.
Okay. So Blackbeard, just a general. His lifespan about 1680 to 1718 is when he passed away.
1680.
1718. Yeah.
Oh, that's not a lot of years at all.
Nah, he was really. What, 38? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man, and I mean, I feel like that's kind of old for back then. He's like, I'm an old man.
Is it? I would see that for the ancient times.
I mean, yeah.
But there were old people back then.
Sure. But they were definitely fewer and farther between than they were now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with Blackbeard, it's hard to say with 100% certainty much of anything about him. Wasn't a whole lot written down. And what was is, there's some myth and legend in there. But
well, they weren't the victors, so.
Yeah, right. But his real name was likely Edward Thatch. Everyone seems to think Teach, which, there's, people say that Teach was a spelling error when his family came over from England because he's possibly from Bristol, England.
Bristol?
He's from Toothbrush, England. It is believed that he fought in the War of Spanish Succession. And when that ended, he found himself unemployed in the Caribbean during the last great age of piracy. So
Spanish succession.
You got it. Spanish Succession. Yeah.
When was that?
Look it up. I had that, and I didn't put that part in my notes because I'm a failure. You know what? Just you go. I don't fucking.
I'm done.
I fucking quit.
1701 to 1714. Holy, and it just ChatGPT was just like, oh, this is what it was.
Bam! Here's all this info. Yeah. So
how do you think I found out about my stuff today?
There you Yeah, so like you said, found himself in the Caribbean in the last great age of piracy. So he went to Nassau, got to fucking work.
Mm-hmm.
Spring 1717. We're already in the last year, less than 2 years of his life. Fucking spring 1717, Blackbeard, he serves as second in command to pirate captain Ben Hornigold. He was in Assassin's Creed Black Flag too. He was the rat fuck that turned on you guys, I think.
I may remember it.
But yeah. So Ben Hornigold, they prowled America's east coast, seizing and plundering 8 merchant ships. That summer, Blackbeard meets Stede Bonnet. He was who Edward Kenway first meets in Black Flag. He was the gentleman pirate.
Yeah.
Although in Black Flag they just made him like this kind of hapless fucking idiot.
It was a sad thing though. That was the one you heard die through a conversation of like soldiers.
The guards talking or whatever. Yeah.
And you're just like, Bonnet died.
It did happen. We'll get to that later here too.
Oh.
German pirate. So he takes over command of his ship, Stede Bonnet's ship, the Revenge. And then he returned to fuck with the colonies again. This time, capturing 15 ships in just 3 weeks.
Damn.
So he took over and was like, "Let me fucking show you how to do this."
15 ships in 2 weeks. It's like
3 weeks, yeah.
Or 3 weeks.
Still,
about a ship a day.
It's fucking outrageous.
Almost.
He's fucking just getting to work, man. So as most people know, Blackbeard used fear as a weapon, terrifying his adversaries into a quick surrender. However, there is no actual record of him ever torturing or murdering any of his victims. He's just a big old teddy bear. That's all it is.
Well, yeah, I don't think sure you had like the bad pirates, but I felt like all of them were just like people who didn't care for the rules and they just wanted to go out and do their own thing.
Right. Well, like one of the facts I almost chose was like life on pirate ships was seen usually to be more what's the word? I don't know, humane, I guess, than on working on like a merchant ship. Because like in a merchant ship, you just get, only the higher ups are getting paid. You just get cheated out of your pay, fed shitty, spoiled food.
Yep. Yeah.
Just fucking sleep on the floor, get like nibbled on by rats while you're sleeping or something.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
So yeah, they most of them were like, "Give me your shit, or else. If you give me your shit, we're cool. If you don't, well, you should do it.
I implore you to do it.
If you don't, well, don't. Just do it. You don't want to find out what's
I don't
gonna
want to
happen.
hear any complaining later.
Yeah, because. All right. So after that autumn, he sails to the Windward Islands, just off of Saint Vincent. He captures La Concorde, a gigantic fucking like French treasure ship, carrying 500 slaves and bound for the sugar plantations. Blackbeard, he takes that ship and refits her with 40 guns and renamed her the Queen Anne's Revenge. So this is his ship we all know
Got
of.
it. Yeah.
Names her the Queen Anne's Revenge. And now he's got easily one of the most powerful warships in the Caribbean. 40 guns is a fucking lot of fucking cannons. Now with 4 ships and 250 crew, Blackbeard went on a rampage through the West Indies, capturing and burning ships as well as the French colony of Guadeloupe. Then he sailed west up into the Gulf of Mexico. This motherfucker is just killing it immediately. All right, the Gulf of Mexico. So here he wreaks havoc among Spanish shipping and earned himself a new nickname, El Gran Diablo, a.k.a. the Great Devil.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's kind of there, but might as well tell you. Unfortunately, morale is falling amongst his crew since they haven't taken a big haul in months, and they're hungry for gold. We got to get back out there and get to work.
Gotta get that booty.
We got to get to work. Come on, boss. So after this, he sails to the Florida coast, where the Spanish treasure fleet had been wrecked 3 years earlier, which we see the wreck of that Spanish treasure fleet in the beginning of Black Flag. That's how Edward gets his ship. No, not the Aquila. That's Connor's ship. The Jackdaw.
Yeah.
That's how he gets his ship, because him and Adewale are, chained down below decks in that ship, and the hurricane hits this fleet, which is historically what took that treasure fleet out. That's how he gets his ship. He just gets out of there. So yeah. So they go back there, that Spanish fleet, 3 years earlier. His men searched the wreckage for gold and silver, but by that time, scavengers had already looted all the easy pickings, and they didn't find much of anything. Yeah, words. All right, so after that, Blackbeard keeps heading north to Charleston, South Carolina, and in probably the boldest move in his career, he blockaded the port for 6 days, where he seized goods and hostages from any ships entering or leaving the harbor. We also see this in Black Flag.
In Black Flag?
Mm-hmm. There's a part where like you meet Blackbeard there, and he's got like some dudes like tied up on his ship, and he's like just blockading him because he wants medicine.
Yeah.
And I think that's historically why I did it too. He's like, "You just want medicine? Give me medicine, and I'll get the fuck out of here. If you don't, well, I'm gonna take all your shit."
Well, that was the cool thing I liked about, and we talked about this like off the record, but way back when, how Assassin's Creed, they tend to have like historical moments put into their games, and they use that to kind of guide the game along. And that's the one thing I really liked about Assassin's Creed the most, was the tie into history.
Oh yeah, I've always loved that. And like when you're assassinating somebody, it's the date and time that person historically died.
Yeah.
But you know, you got fucking shanked.
Yeah.
As opposed to whatever the fuck else happened. But yeah, I've always liked.
History's written by the victors. Maybe the assassins won.
Maybe. Yeah, it's okay. So after that, he headed up further north to Topsail Inlet, and was looking for a hideout. But his ship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, ran aground and sank. It was then that Stede Bonnet parted ways with Blackbeard, and 4 months later, he was deceased, hanged by the neck until dead in Charleston.
Blackbeard was?
No.
Bonnet.
Bonnet.
Got it. Okay.
So, bummer. After this, Blackbeard maroons most of his crew and takes some of his closest companions up to Bath, North Carolina, where he secured a royal pardon from the governor as part of a pirate amnesty.
Pirate amnesty?
Mm-hmm. If you just come give up, all's forgiven. Just don't keep doing it. So he and his men set up shop on Ocracoke Island, and were back up to their old bullshit in no time. They were plundering 2 French ships out at sea, and their loot from that was 180 barrels of sugar, which was very fucking valuable at the time. Which he claimed came from an abandoned ship, and nobody believed that shit. They're like, nah.
No, we swear it was abandoned after we killed all of his 150 passengers.
He's like, I found it. Where?
Smoldering on the surface of the ocean.
Don't go looking, but I found it. Just trust me on this one. All right. So then Alexander Spotswood, the lieutenant governor of the colony right next door, Virginia, heard of it, decided that he needed to do something about Blackbeard. So under the banner of colonial law, he sent a naval task force up to North Carolina with orders to take Blackbeard, dead or alive. And then here...
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
You're coming with me. And so here, Lieutenant Maynard of the Royal Navy, along with 60 men, they caught those poor bastards off guard at Ocracoke Island. Blackbeard's outnumbered by about 3 to 1. But he fought with skill and bravery right until the end, but is eventually cut down by one of Maynard's men. His body was to be found later with 20 sword cuts and 5 bullet wounds. And Blackbeard's head was then cut off and mounted on the bowsprit of the Navy sloop as proof that he was dead. So, all in all, his pirating career lasted less than 2 years. And in that time, he plundered an estimated 40 ships and successfully forged a legacy lasting for hundreds of years more.
Yeah, I was going to say, only 2 years of work and he just fucking...
And he's the pirate.
Yeah.
What a fucking badass.
When you think of a pirate, you think of him and then Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, which is also loosely based off Calico Jack, in case you didn't know.
No. Did not know that.
Very loosely based Calico Jack, because Calico Jack was like the fancy type pirate. He dressed real fancy.
Yeah.
That's sort of what
had a lot of like royal gear that he stole off of things, and it was like,
real posh, if you will. But yeah, what a fucking badass he must have been.
20 cuts, 5 bullets.
Yeah, and then they cut his fucking head off and mounted it on the front of the ship to be like, fucking got him. And that's just a very...
that shit today.
Yeah.
We fucking go. Fucking Navy SEALs took out Osama bin Laden. Fucking, we got him.
Instead of us just sneakily like tossing his body in the ocean, we like just mount his head. Right, we got this motherfucker.
Fucking put it on the front of a Humvee. Fuck it.
I mean,
It was a different time.
yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
Still was how long ago.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So fuck.
Relatively not that long ago, but also relatively hella long
Hella
ago.
long ago. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
So that's Blackbeard, and as everybody knows, most people know. I think people say he lit his beard on fire, but he would get like these like hemp wicks, put those in his
Yeah.
beard and light, which we see in Black Flag too, because he even says that to Edward at some point. He's like, it's all a show,
And the Pirates of the Caribbean.
And he did that too. Yep. Fucking lights the wicks, and so smoke just kind of starts covering his face.
Yeah, he's like, Jackie boy.
Yeah.
He's all, how's mom? And pulls up the little rotted skull, and she's like, she looks good.
Oh man. Wait, Blackbeard wasn't Johnny Sparrow's dad?
They didn't really specify in the movie. But he just asked, how's mom?
Because Blackbeard was in. I do know that Keith Richards played his dad, and that was pretty funny.
Keith Richards played who's dad?
Jack Sparrow's dad.
Who's Jack Sparrow's dad?
The fucking guy who played his dad in like the second or third movie. I forgot where he shows up. But when he meets him in the tavern and asks the how's mom shit or whatever, that's the guy.
No, that's at World's End, the third movie. When they're in the Pirates Cove? No. Shipwreck's Cove. And they're having the meeting on whether or not to go to war with the Navy. And so after they had ruled what's her fucking name in the movie? Miss Swanson.
Oh, Elizabeth Swan.
Elizabeth. After they named her Pirate King, and then they all disperse to their shit because she's like, let's go to war. Then he goes up to Blackbeard. Blackbeard was sitting in his chair with his guitar, and he was the one that's like, go by the code. This is the code. This is law.
Yeah, that wasn't Blackbeard. That person was still his dad, I think. That's why you saw him.
I don't know if it was his dad
Blackbeard,
or his brother.
I think either way, but I know Blackbeard was in the one that had, I forgot her name, where they have the mermaid and shit. Remember in the box they're carrying through the jungle?
Oh, that's
Played by-
right with, I don't know his name. I know who it is.
He was in Deadwood and shit. I showed you too.
I don't know his name.
Ian McShane.
That guy.
Boom.
That's right. Because I remember for the longest time I was thinking of the other dude as Blackbeard because they didn't say anything of who he was.
Yeah, no, they're just like, that's a pirate.
That's the head pirate who follows the rules or whatever the fuck. So I always assumed that as Blackbeard.
Blackbeard had his magic sword that he controlled his ship with. Just like finger fucking his sword and like ropes are fucking.
That was the one.
snapping
Yeah,
people
he was just sitting there chilling, and he's just, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good movies.
I know. I've been meaning to rewatch them with my whole setup that I have in my room now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, with the big fucking projector. Even the latest
So
one they
nice
did.
having like 120 inch just in my room.
What's going on over there? What's going on over there?
It's so like,
Anybody goes from screen left to right.
yeah, it's not even a huge movement, but I'm just like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, learn me about that piece of shit, Cortez.
yeah. Hernan Cortés was a Spanish conquistador who led the expedition that caused the fall of the Aztec Empire. I was to say Aztec Roman Empire.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. I was like, I don't remember that being a thing. Maybe.
Oh yeah, you didn't know about their collab? Yeah,
No.
Aztec hit up Rome on Twitter.
Ye old Twitter. Fuck.
was it when Gen Z tells history?
You're right.
Yeah, so the fall of the Aztec Empire in what is now Mexico. He arrived in Mexico in 1519 and formed alliances with indigenous peoples who were enemies of the Aztecs, eventually capturing their capital, Tenochtitlan.
Yeah, dude, fuck that
fucking
word.
hell.
I know what word you're trying to pronounce.
Tenochtitlan.
Tenochtitlan, I think.
Tenochtitlan.
Something like that.
Yeah. In 1521. So, long time ago.
Long time.
Cortez is known for his cunning tactics, leadership, and ruthlessness in battle. His conquest of the Aztec Empire marked the beginning of Spanish colonization in the Americas.
Mm-hmm.
He's sort of the forerunner, I guess you could say.
They were here before we were.
He was born in 1485 in Medellin, Spain. Little is known about his early life, but he studied law for a time before setting sail for the New World in 1504. In the Caribbean, he participated in various expeditions and eventually joined the expedition led by Diego Velázquez to explore and colonize Mexico. So Cortez quickly rose to the ranks due to his leadership skills and ambition. He defied orders from Velázquez to establish a colony and instead led his own expedition to explore and conquer Mexico.
He's like, yeah, fuck that guy. Do what I want.
They openly defied orders. I'm surprised Velázquez didn't just fucking the fuck
Kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, defiance in
Yeah.
a new world.
They didn't take that shit lightly back then.
No, not at all, and you'll see why later on. Pretty much.
Okay. Velasquez must be a fucking pushover.
So, despite facing numerous challenges, including resistance from the indigenous peoples and rival Spanish factions, Cortez managed to defeat the Aztec Empire and capture its capital. After the conquest, Cortez was appointed as the governor of New Spain, Mexico, but faced opposition and accusations of misconduct from his rivals.
Oh man, what do they consider misconduct back then? Damn.
Considering all the war crimes they did.
All the atrocities.
But to be fair, a lot of people, like we said, the standard, we raise the standard as time goes on. We know that's but back then, the standard was down here.
Right.
There was no war crimes involved. There's no international treaties or anything to be like, hey,
there was no.
These are the rules to play by.
Yeah, there's no Geneva Convention back then.
Yeah. If you're gonna fight, you're gonna fight like this.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Don't attack hospitals. Don't attack civilians. Only military targets.
Yeah. Plus, it gets pretty tricky when you start judging people from way the fuck back then by today's rule book.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Not to say that what they did was any less fucked up.
Right.
But
we know better.
Yeah. It's
but
hard.
History is history.
Yeah.
And it's brutal.
Yeah.
So he returned to Spain to defend his actions and seek recognition for his achievements, but he never fully regained the power and prestige he had once held. He spent his later years in Spain, where he died in 1547. Despite his controversial legacy, Cortez is remembered as one of the most significant figures in the history of Spanish conquest of the Americas. So then I was like, man, this dude sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And he lived
I was to say, you said
fairly long.
You said he was born 1480, right?
1485.
So he was like 60 something when he died.
1485 to 1547. Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 62.
Close to 70.
60 something. Yeah. Yeah. It's an old ass man for that time.
For that time, sure.
Fucking ancient.
And having gone through all the wars or all the fighting he probably did.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he did. I don't know. I don't know if it
told other people to do.
Yeah, the generals tend to stand back on their horse and just
get them, boys. Go and get. You man.
They didn't even speak. They were just sitting there on their horse, like,
you man, go fuck them up.
Go fire on those indigenous peoples.
Yeah.
God. I wanted to know if there's anything really well known, like a battle specifically, other than the fall of the capital.
I can't say I know much else about him other than that.
Yeah, so Cortez engaged in several notable battles during his conquest of the Aztec Empire. One of the most famous is the Battle of Otumba in 1520. After his initial arrival in Mexico, Cortez faced resistance from the Aztecs and decided to retreat from the city of Tenochtitlan. Close.
Pretty
Almost
close.
didn't fucked up.
Pretty close.
However, his forces were ambushed by a large Aztec army near Otumba. Despite being outnumbered, Cortez and his men managed to fend off the Aztec attacks and secure victory through strategic maneuvers and superior weaponry.
They sure did. I know that much.
And they're like, yeah, ambushed by large numbers. I'm like, yeah, but they got guns.
Yeah, we got guns and like swords and shit. Like,
Yeah. Like the guns take out partial of your guys and then the swords take out the rest, because it's not like they didn't know how to hand fight.
sure, yeah.
They only had the one bullet. So
Yeah.
it's just
Drop it.
shit. Yeah.
Time to go fucking medieval.
But then so that was one, and then obviously the another significant battle was the siege of Tenochtitlan in 1521. After regrouping and forming alliances with indigenous groups opposed to the Aztecs, Cortez launched a siege on the capital city. The siege lasted for several months and involved intense fighting, including naval battles on Lake Texcoco. X is silent, right? I'm trying to remember.
Probably.
Texcoco.
Good enough.
Eventually, Cortez and his allies breached the city's defenses, leading to the fall of the Aztec Empire and the capture of Emperor Moctezuma II.
Oh, yeah. That's where the whole Montezuma's revenge shit comes from.
Yeah, from the You said the Montezuma's revenge.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's that from again?
I
had
forget what time period, but it was when a bunch of soldiers there basically just started shitting their fucking hearts out because they had, I don't know, cholera or something. They were just fucked up.
Can't remember the event. Leading to the fall of the Aztec Empire, the capture of him. These battles, among others, highlight Cortez's tactical prowess, leadership abilities, and the role of alliances with indigenous peoples. And then I was like, obviously a dumb question, but had to ask, was Cortez brutal? You know, history likes to, if they're going to be real, they're going to be real and be like, yo, this dude was pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Cortez had been characterized as brutal due to his actions during the conquest of the Aztec Empire. He employed ruthless tactics, including the use of violence, intimidation, and deception to achieve his goals. Cortez and his men engaged in acts of violence against indigenous peoples, including massacres and enslavement.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
That's not good.
Massacres are not good at all. Additionally, Cortez was known for his cunning and manipulative strategies. Furthermore, Cortez's treatment of the Aztec ruler, Emperor Moctezuma II, has been criticized. Despite initially showing respect towards Moctezuma, Cortez eventually imprisoned him and used him as a puppet to control the Aztec Empire.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, his conquest of the empire was undoubtedly a significant historical event. His methods were often brutal and exploitative, leading to suffering and devastation for the indigenous peoples of Mexico.
Sure was.
God damn.
He was a motherfucker, to say
But-
the least.
When he returned to Spain following it, he struggled to maintain the power and influence he had achieved in the New World. Despite his efforts to defend his actions and seek recognition for his achievements, he faced opposition and criticism from rival factions within the Spanish court. He spent his later years in Spain managing his vast wealth and estates, but he never regained the same level of authority he had enjoyed during the time in Mexico. He became involved in various...
Poor guy.
Yeah, right?
Poor guy.
Right? And it's like...
I have all this money, but nobody likes me anymore. Shut the fuck up.
He became involved in various legal disputes and faced accusations of misconduct and abuse of power. Despite these challenges, though, Cortez remained a prominent figure in Spanish society and maintained connections with other explorers and conquistadors. He died in 1547, leaving behind a complex legacy as both a conqueror and controversial figure.
Yeah. To say the least.
Yep, he definitely was a dude, for sure.
He definitely was a dude.
He definitely was a guy.
Good dude, bad dude.
Pretty much paved the way for the Spanish exploration
Yeah.
of the New World.
The new that people already had known about world.
Yeah. Just people had already learned about it, but just didn't say anything.
Yeah. I mean, fuck, like the Vikings came to America way before anybody else, or a lot of people.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that like recently too.
They found, I think where they first landed wasn't technically America. It was Newfoundland, which is like, I think Canada-ish. But at the time they called it Vinland.
But all of it's America. North America and South America.
And Canada's like, what the fuck?
So it's all North America.
Canada's like, bullshit!
No, not bullshit. You're part of the continent.
The continent.
Of North America.
But well, we're Canada.
You're a country, Canada. You're a continent, North America.
The fucking...
Well, just like the utter disrespect of, fuck you.
You're your own country, but the continent you're on is North America.
I tell you, I came home one day. My sister is chilling in her car, and I was like looking at her, and she looks, and I'm like having to stare down, and I just went like on the ground, and she's all. I was like, oh.
I want to get fucked up. No. Yeah, man, fucking Canada.
Just talked about Cortez, and it's fucking Canada's fault.
I mean, at the end of the day, fucking Canada. I mean, come on. Yeah, I mean, it makes me think of, Christopher Columbus, of course, showing up and being like, "Hey, this is India, right?" No.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. You guys are Indians. This is India. We made it. Okay, sure.
He was also.
He was Spanish.
No, he was.
He was. He was Spanish. Yeah.
He departed from Spain.
Yeah, because
I can't remember if he was Spanish though.
I believe he was. That's a quick Google search away.
Because I thought he was Italian and went to Spain, ended up living there, but then
yeah, because that's how he got the whatever mission to go fucking find,
through Spain.
Was through Spain.
Yeah, so I'm not sure he's like actual Spanish or if he was Italian, goes over to Spain.
Oh, you're right. He was born in the Italian seaport of Genoa in 1451 to a family of wool weavers. Yeah, and also
I remember it was early on in his years that they moved over to Spain.
Right.
And then that's why he just ended up leaving out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's another piece of shit for you right there.
He got to sail across the sea and explore something. He did something that we wanted to do.
Sure.
Find something new.
Right.
And be like, what is this place?
Thinking about that shit, honestly, just kind of boggles my mind. Like, that long ago. So, like we said, you're not really leaving more than a couple miles outside where you were born, probably.
Oh, yeah.
So to just...
do people do that now?
Yeah. So to just go to an entirely new land that you're not even 100% sure fucking exists or is where it's supposed to be on your map.
Across a big-ass ocean.
Yeah.
That has sea storms. And you have all seen those videos.
Not to mention the Krakens.
They're fucking terrifying. Oh, yeah, and the sea life would look way bigger in those types of ships.
Crazy to be like, yeah, we're going to go find this land that I fucking hope is there. If it's not,
oh, well.
Gonna be in some trouble. Damn. Just pick up and just go off to a new land like that. That type of exploration is just awesome.
If only.
Just for that. The rest of the shit that comes with those guys, not so great. But the exploration is Dope.
That would be a cool thing to have as a VR game.
What? Just fucking sail in the sea?
Yeah, like an exploration thing. Like you pretend to be someone, go off and sail the sea. You could walk anywhere on the ship and kind of do your shit. And just, yeah.
Just
The
explore.
ultimate explorer.
Just go exploring.
Yeah. We'll call it Dora the Explorer. Yeah.
And then we're going to have a cool bunch of cast of quirky side characters, and one's going to go, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map.
Okay. This is escalating.
I'm the map! Backpack, backpack, backpack. Fuck.
I would love to explore. I mean, there's plenty of places here on Earth that I'm sure someone hasn't explored just yet.
Sure, there's plenty of uncharted islands.
Earth is huge.
Yeah.
Or at least they've been charted. They just haven't been explored.
Mm-hmm.
Like
they went, there's fucking nothing there. Fuck it. Just kept going.
There's cannibalistic fucking tribes on there. Let's
just
go
keep
there.
it moving, boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what island you're thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it. Rook Island? No, that's from Far Cry 3. I forget the name of that island, but it's like somewhere like off of India, I think.
Is it off of India?
Ish.
That I don't know its location on the planet.
I think it's somewhere around there. I might be wrong, but yeah, I know what you're talking about, and it blows my mind to see like people like the government and the whole world's like, do not go there. One, because you'll fucking die, probably, more than likely. Two, because if you don't die, you're probably going to give them all kinds of fucked up diseases they are not capable of handling.
Yeah.
Because they have only been there.
Yeah.
So like,
And they haven't even been exposed to technology except for the one time there's a fucking helicopter recording their shit, and they're like,
and they're fucking shooting arrows at it.
Yeah, launching spears and shit. Like, what the hell is that? To them, they literally saw an alien.
Yeah, yeah, and like I forgot who this. I don't think he was a missionary, but he was a very religious guy. Was like, I'm gonna go convert these godless heathens. And then they fucking killed him. Like, well, what the fuck?
I would still want to explore that. I mean,
it'd be cool, but like on the sneak.
Can we like tranquilize them real quick and then explore the island?
That's a lot of tranquilizer, and that might fucking kill them too. Who knows? You know, they don't have any kind of whatever intestinal fucking internal fortitude against that shit.
Chloroform grenade.
All right. We're getting into chemical warfare, and that's problematic.
Mustard. Oh, Jesus.
Fuck. Double down. War crime. Come on, mustard gas.
I thought that's what we were doing. We talked about a pirate. We talked about conquistador. Like, what do you want from me? You're too confusing, man. I don't know how to work like this.
White phosphorus. Come on, let's go. Jesus Christ.
Let's bring napalm back. Fuck it.
Agent Orange. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, that's
What's the problem? Everybody knows there was nothing wrong with that, right? Nothing bad happened out of Agent Orange.
We should show them the power of a new. Oh my God.
Show them the power of the sun.
Yeah, that's so fucking terrible.
So fucked up. Oh, it's terrible. It's not funny, but it's funny.
I mean, to be fair, my bloodline has come from the line of conquistadors, so part of my bloodline has. My family, my cousin found a thing that reached back, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, got it.
Well, that's like, I know I've told you.
But then I've also heard my family name is a slave name, so I'm like, interesting. Okay.
Troche?
Yeah, I gotta figure it out.
I mean, you remember when I like freaked out playing Assassin's Creed 2, and I was like, "Oh, you're in this game!" I was like, "This guy's name's Troche."
Oh yeah,
that's your daddy.
I remember seeing. That's your great daddy. Great daddy. You don't even say granddaddy. You just say great daddy.
Great zaddy.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's a different type of energy. When you take off, when you put a Z on it.
When you put a zaddy.
You put a zaddy on it. Fuck. You know, I know I told you, but like one of my uncles did the whole ancestry family tree thing. And on there was like the Wright brothers. That's rad. First dudes in flight, fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
Sarah Palin.
She in your family tree line?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't know exactly where she fell, but
where the connect is?
somewhere in the line, she's on my tree.
She's a distant relative.
Yeah. And at the very bottom, where it starts, it just says Odin, the Allfather. It's like, that is fucking cool.
So that means whoever his son was a demigod, and then it just diluted
Into me!
down the line and then started devolving into you.
You didn't need to say all that, but all right. Was that? That was my phone. Fucking. Don't worry about it.
Usually, and it's weird because Matt's usually good with like, all right, gotta turn my phone on silent, and
You know what's funny?
I'm ready.
I actively decided not to do that this time. And I was like, I'll be fine.
it's like, I'm not even fucking popular. What the fuck?
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. So I traced my family line back to conquistadors,
Shit.
and then there's other things I was trying to trace it back to. Fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, and I
That's why I'm a psycho.
for some reason that reminded me of this stupid like fucking like post I saw years ago. It's like the famous like painting of like George Washington sitting there with Mary Read, you know, sitting there making the flag.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is Mary Read? Is that who I'm thinking of?
No,
Mary-
but
Mary-
I know who you're talking
Mary
about.
something. Anyway,
I don't even think it's Mary, honestly.
I'm gonna look it up.
What are you?
I'm gonna look it up later.
What are you doing?
But where she's stitching it, and she's like, "Hey George, how do you want these stars on here?" He's like, "I don't know, fucking spangle them bitches or something. Who cares?"
Fucking spangle them bitches or something.
When I saw that, I was like, "Yeah, he said that. He said that for sure."
Fucking, that's so fucking ridiculous.
It was Mary something, right?
No,
Fuck, who was it?
Betsy Ross.
Fuck. That's right. Betsy Ross, Mary Read. Who the fuck's Mary Read?
I know. That's why when you're like, yeah, it was like that. I was like, no, I know who you're talking about, but that's not her.
But you know, after I said that, I went, "That wasn't right."
And I was like, no.
Who the fuck?
I was like, I can't remember for some reason, but I know
Betsy
it's not.
Ross.
That's not it.
God damn it. As soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, that's who that is. Mary Read. I don't know who the fuck. Anyway.
Playing too much Black Flag or something? Was there Mary Read in there? I was just trying to get caught up on my Blackbeard history.
Studying.
I was just studying.
Cracks me up still in that game. They're like, yeah, you're a pirate trained by assassins. And the whole game, I'm like, when does that happen?
Yeah, it didn't really happen. I mean, it kind of was happening,
Yeah.
but he wasn't like training him. He was just telling him, "Hey, you could also do this."
Yeah, I mean, they gave him like a blow gun, and we're like, you're a piece of shit, but you're doing a good thing for a shitty reason, so good enough.
You said he was part of the Spanish. Which one? What was he part of? Spanish what?
Who?
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard was fought in the War of Spanish Succession.
Spanish Succession. That's right. I wanted to go over that since I had pulled it up earlier.
Yes, good idea.
So, one last thing, close out the episode, just so you guys know, the Spanish Succession, also known as the War of the Spanish Succession.
Yep.
I'm like, okay.
A little redundant, but all right.
Yeah, right. It occurred from 1701 to 1714. It was a major European conflict triggered by the death of the Spanish Habsburg king Charles II in 1700.
It's always a fucking Charles.
Charles II died without leaving a direct heir, leading to a succession crisis.
Ah.
His death raised concerns among European powers about the balance of power in Europe and the potential for one nation, particularly France or Austria, to gain dominance. The conflict was primarily fought between two rival claimants to the Spanish throne. Philip of Anjou, a grandson of Louis the 14th. I was like,
Had to do your Roman numeral counting real quick.
I was like, 1, 2, 3. Louis the 14th of France, and supported by France, and Archduke Charles of Austria, who was supported by a coalition of European powers, including England, the Dutch Republic, and the Holy Roman Empire.
Yeah.
The war involved extensive military campaigns across Europe, including battles in Spain, Italy, the Low Countries, and Germany. I don't know what the Low
They
Countries
just say
entail.
the Low Countries because fuck them, apparently.
Because there were probably a fuck ton of little countries,
Yeah.
and they had to just be like, we're not naming all that shit.
There's like probably 50 of them, and they're like, no.
They're like, we got the big ones and then all the little ones.
And what do we call all these little ones down here? Down there?
Low Countries.
Low. Yeah, the low ones. That, yup. Write it down.
The Treaty of Utrecht in 1713 and the Treaty of Rastatt,
Ooh, Rastatt. Let me see.
Rastatt,
Yeah, sounds right to me.
in 1714. So those two treaties concluded the war, resulting in Philip of Anjou being recognized as the King of Spain under certain conditions, including the renunciation of any future claims to the French throne.
I gotta say, you keep saying Anjou, and I keep thinking of a French dip sandwich with the au jus sauce.
Yeah.
So delicious. I haven't had one of those in a long fucking time.
Mr. Pickles.
Fucking love Mr. Pickles. I haven't been there in a while either.
It's just over there.
I know. They're closed now, though.
Are they?
Or they're gonna be by the time we're leaving.
Maybe. We'll see. The treaties also established a balance of power in Europe and made provisions for the division of Spanish territories between the victors, which had significant implications for European geopolitics.
Yep.
So that was the Spanish succession.
Now you know. That's a little bonus for you.
That's where Blackbeard came from.
Yep. You fought in that
He
shit.
was born in it.
Born in it. Molded by it.
I didn't see the light of day till I was a man.
You merely adopted the darkness.
I was born in it.
Molded by it.
Just like that affliction, the upwards affliction of it. All right, so that does it for this week's episode of Big Effin' Nerds. We appreciate you guys coming in and checking in on us and hanging out and doing the thing. Don't forget to like, share, comment. Also, you can rate the episodes on, I believe, both YouTube and Spotify, the whole star system.
Oh, yeah.
Give us those five stars.
Yeah, do 5.
Yeah. And yeah, go ahead and check out everything in the bio of this episode where all the socials will be. So, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for coming to learn with us. It's one of my favorite things to do. Learn history shit. Learn in general,
Yeah.
but especially history. I don't know what happened. A few years ago, I just decided I'm going to learn more about it.
And then start getting into time suck and all this other shit.
I started listening to like hella other history podcasts. Like, gonna put that in my pocket. Yeah. Anyway, next week we're gonna be starting another 2-parter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be a heavy science, ocean-based couple episodes, mainly headed by ya boy over there. Yep, that guy.
Yeah!
Over there looking like a fucking mudfish or something.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Don't shit yourself.
I'm too late.
Yeah, so it's gonna be mainly edited by him, but I'm gonna step in, do a little bit of my own research. But like I did my 2-parter on Rome, sort of the equivalent of what we're doing here, just reversed. Yeah, so he's gonna be heading that. I'm gonna be asking some questions, be annoying as I do,
Yeah.
per the usual.
You're going to see me with a ruler in hand, too.
Ooh, nobody said anything about that.
I'm Catholic.
Start just rapping my knuckles, you know, just like
Put all the padding you want, baby. I'm fucking doing it. Anytime you fuck around.
Sister Mary beat the shit out of me.
Sister Mary.
That's all I can think of. Anyway, so that's what starting next week. That's gonna be the next 2 episodes. Come back, check us out then, and you know, As for today, that's it. And all I gotta say is, yo ho, pirate's life for me. And
Conquistador's life for me.
there you go. I choose a different one though.
You're right.
Anyway, later, taters.
Oh! 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 Everybody get a fire extinguisher!